The clash between the samurai and the Mongols at Hakata Bay is one of history's most fascinating military encounters. It was a battle that pitted the disciplined and resilient warriors of Japan against the formidable and relentless forces of the Mongol Empire. This confrontation was not just a struggle for survival, but a defining moment in Japanese history that shaped the nation's identity. Let's dive into the legendary events of the 13th century and explore the epic story of the samurai's resistance against the Mongol invasion. In the late 1200s, the Mongol Empire, led by the ambitious Kublai Khan, was at the height of its power. Having conquered vast territories across Asia and parts of Europe, Kublai Khan's gaze turned toward Japan, an island nation that had resisted submission to the Mongol emperor. Kublai Khan sent envoys to Japan, demanding their surrender, but the Japanese shogunate refused, an act of defiance that set the stage for war. In 1274, the first Mongol invasion began. The Mongol forces, consisting of a mix of Chinese, Korean, and Mongol troops, set sail across the East China Sea with hundreds of ships and tens of thousands of soldiers. They arrived at Hakata Bay, near modern-day Fukuoka, where the samurai warriors awaited them. The samurai were known for their individual combat skills and strict code of honor, known as Bushido. They fought with swords, bows, and spears, relying on their expertise in single combat and their deeply ingrained warrior ethos. However, the Mongols brought a different style of warfare to Japan. Their troops fought as a cohesive unit, utilizing advanced tactics, coordinated attacks, and superior weaponry, such as explosives and poison-tipped arrows. This stark contrast in military styles created a chaotic and brutal battlefield. The Mongols' initial assault was overwhelming. Their organized ranks and use of psychological warfare, including loud war drums and incendiary projectiles, disoriented the samurai, who were unused to such tactics. Yet the samurai's resilience and knowledge of the terrain allowed them to mount a fierce defense. Despite their valiant efforts, the samurai were pushed back, and the Mongols established a foothold on Japanese soil. But fate would intervene. A sudden and powerful typhoon swept through the region, devastating the Mongol fleet and forcing them to retreat. This storm, later referred to as the Kamikaze or divine wind, was seen by the Japanese as a sign of divine intervention, protecting their homeland from foreign invaders. Though the Mongols suffered heavy losses, Kublai Khan was not deterred. In 1281, the Mongols launched a second invasion, this time with an even larger fleet and more soldiers. The Japanese, learning from the first invasion, had spent years fortifying their defenses. Stone walls were constructed along Hakata Bay to prevent the Mongols from landing easily. When the Mongols returned, they were met with fierce resistance from the samurai, who fought tirelessly to repel the invaders. The second invasion saw brutal fighting, with neither side willing to give ground. The Mongols attempted to breach the defenses using their superior numbers and advanced siege weaponry, but the samurai's determination and strategic use of their fortifications held them at bay. The battle raged on for weeks, with heavy casualties on both sides. Once again, nature played a decisive role. Another typhoon struck the Mongol fleet, causing catastrophic damage. Ships were destroyed, soldiers drowned, and the surviving invaders were forced to retreat. This second kamikaze solidified the Japanese belief that their land was divinely protected, and the Mongols never attempted another invasion of Japan. The battles at Hakata Bay left a lasting legacy. For Japan, the samurai's success against the Mongols became a symbol of national pride and resilience. The concept of the kamikaze became deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, representing the idea that the gods would protect the nation in times of peril. The Mongol invasions also highlighted the importance of unity and preparation, lessons that would resonate throughout Japanese history. For the Mongols, the failed invasions marked a rare defeat for an empire that had otherwise seemed unstoppable. It demonstrated the limits of their expansion and the challenges of waging war across the sea. The defeat also weakened their hold over Korea and southern China, contributing to the gradual decline of the Mongol Empire. The samurai versus the Mongols is more than just a tale of war. It's a story of courage, perseverance, and the enduring power of cultural identity. The battles at Hakata Bay serve as a testament to the strength of a people determined to defend their homeland against seemingly insurmountable odds. And as we look back on this legendary clash, we are reminded of the timeless lessons it holds, about the power of unity, the unpredictability of nature, and the indomitable spirit of those who refuse to surrender.